What's going on, YouTube? This is Dave's Daily Trades, where we cover daily AMC technical analysis, price predictions, and of course bring you the latest greatest news. In today's video, we have quite the information to cover. As always, we are going to start off with a quick technical analysis for AMC using the Fibonacci retracement, and things are looking so interesting as you can see with these two charts. We're certainly going to go over that right after we cover a quick TA on the 1 minute chart. And then additionally, we are going to be going over the anger coming from Mr. Kenny G. He is big mad right now. We're going to go over exactly why. And then, of course, just more lying from Citadel Securities, which is just complete and utter bullshit. They really need a new PR team. We are going to be taking a quick look at the reverse repos and yet again another record. And then, of course, why we had the price action that we had today and why it was significant. But as always, we're going to start with that quick TA, but roll into the intro. All right, beautiful. And we're back. All right, so first we are going to start off with the 1 minute chart for AMC. So if we zoom into today, like always, we do start with a slight move up and then we trade all the way down to our low at $33.74. Now, if you guys did tune in for yesterday's video, we called this absolutely perfect. We said that expect some downward pressure for tomorrow, down to somewhere around 34 to 33.50 area. What do we hit? 33.74, almost smack dab in the middle. Not too bad. Don't want to toot my own horn though. Anyways, right after that, we started trading this wedge pattern. Once we broke out, it was off to the races and we went absolutely crazy, posting for a 15% swing from the low today. If you guys were day trading and swing trading, although I don't recommend day trading or swing trading a stock like this, I hope you guys made some freaking money out there. Anyways, we absolutely ran and took off, hitting a high of $41.50. But since then, we did trade down, correct just a little bit after this massive run, as we can see on the MACD and the RSI. Come back down and closing at $38.06. For a total, we are up 7.09%, $2.50, and after hours right now, we are up 1.55%. Absolutely love to see it. And the other thing is, I have talked about so many videos in the past couple of weeks where we've seen the RSI getting absolutely destroyed, where we were below 30 4, 5, 6 times throughout a day. So seeing this RSI spike 1, 2, 3, 4 times in a row over 70 in that overbought region, I love to see it, and that just goes to show that apes were slapping the ask today. Now, before we hop onto some of the other news, I do want to hop back and cover my technical analysis from yesterday and just show you exactly what I'm seeing and what I predict for tomorrow, next week, and the weeks to come in the future. Now, on the left here, we have present day AMC, and on the right, we have from 4/13 all the way to just about June 2nd when we had that massive run-up. So, of course, this is very similar trading as you can see with the charts. They look almost identical. And, of course, one is zoomed in a little bit more, and I apologize that I can't get it perfect. But anyways, what we're using here is the Fibonacci retracement going from the low recently, which was just about at $28.91, all the way to a high of $52.79 since we have corrected. So going from the low to the high of this recent run. Now, if we look back right before our run up on June 2nd, we hit a low of $8.31, came up to a high of $12.22, and then came back down. And we're seeing the same exact pattern play out almost perfectly. Now, what we had was we had that bounce off that 78.6% retracement level, which is the reason why I called that 34 or 33.50 level today, which we hit. And same thing happened over here where we have this couple days, close to a week of selling pressure. And yes, I am on the 1 hour charts if you were wondering. Came down to this 78.6 and then started the move up. So, of course, today's move does look a little bit more violent than what we saw on May 6th. But the reason being is because we are at much higher prices and the volatility of AMC is actually greater than it was back in this time frame over here. Now, predictions for tomorrow, I think we are right over here on 5.6, early 5.7. That was the run that we saw today. Now, what I think for Friday is typically Fridays are a slower day. We did just have a 7+% gain on the day. So what I think is we're going to see this little drop down to just about the mid-range of the 78.6 and 61.8 level. That would bring us somewhere right around 36.37. So I do believe we are going to come down into this level right here, right around maybe even 35, high 35s, low 36, somewhere in this region. I'll just draw it out just so we can track this tomorrow during the video. So bear with me for a second. We're going to go here to here. Oh, shit. That was absolutely terrible, guys. I'm sorry. Just want to keep track of this. So this level right here is where I think we're going to retrace to. This is going to be equivalent to this little drop right here, and I guess you could say brief consolidation. On Monday, we are going to start with that green candle, come back up into this $38 region right at that 61.8% retracement, and then slowly stair-step our way up back into this $40 level. Now, once we get to 40, that's where things get interesting. Of course, that $40 is equal to the old $10.26 level, where we had that jump, gap up, and then it was off to the races. Now, once we do break out of this range, I do expect a decent run to, I would say, $62, come back from $62, retest $52.81, and then go off very similar and almost picture perfect to what we saw in late May. So that's my predictions for the technical analysis. If you guys have questions, message me on Twitter, leave some comments in the section below, and I will get back to everyone, or at least try to. Anyways, so I do want to just go over a few funny things that I was tweeting about today. So first of all, the biggest thing is, hey, shout out to Cat Striker. I believe I'm pronouncing that name right. If not, I do apologize. She really got under Kenny Boy's skin today. So anyways, if you don't know, this is the individual that has been raising money to rent these planes and fly banners around Citadel Security's office. That's freaking epic, if I do say so myself. But it looks like legal team got involved, reached out, and was like, that's not happening. And it's because of Mr. Kenny G, as we can see on these legal documents right here. They are big mad. So had to share that with you guys because I just think it's hilarious at this point. Day 2 back on Twitter, and these guys are just getting so much shit. They should have just stayed off Twitter all in all. Anyways, Citadel did come out later today. This screenshot was at 5:24, where they say their whole discussion with Robinhood and what was going on when they shut down the buy button. So, of course, there is just a time discrepancy if we look at when Robinhood first tweeted this to when Citadel Security said that we saw your tweet. It's all bullshit, guys. They are terrible, absolutely terrible at lying. Another thing that I did want to cover was the reverse repo, setting yet again a new record at $1.604 billion. Now, if we do look, I'm just going to zoom into the past couple of months. Look at this, just absolutely take off. And this really just shows no sign of stopping, no signs of slowing down. And I think this is going to continue to go up until we're at the 2-3 trillion mark, however long it may take. So that was just really interesting. I had to share that with you since we have been covering this just about every day on the channel. So anyways, last article that I want to go over today, or tweet rather, comes from User of Intellect. Very interesting. They really called this prediction early on yesterday. This came out at 1:32 a.m. very early, September 29th, and that is standard Eastern time for me, at least. And what this says is the shorts will attempt to cover at least 10 to 20 million AMC shares tomorrow by 8 a.m. And that's, of course, 5 p.m. our time, or depending on where you're at, 4 p.m., whatever it may be. Don't let them have it cheap. The volume is dry as April, May. The slightest buying pressure will move it higher. Literally what happens today, we have that massive run-up. So very interesting that this was called. And of course, this does play with the end of the fiscal year for the government. So some really interesting things. And that could be why we had today's run. But of course, guys, nothing is 100%. This is just my speculation and the speculation of others. But that's all that I want to cover in today's video, guys. Be sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more content. Peace.